First of all, I just want to say thank News Journal. I believe it's an opportunity, not just for me, but for others who are listening that might want to jump.
Yeah, so let's look at your time when you gained the mantle of leadership at Central University, being the seventh student union president for this university. When we look at certain things that we've been mentioned in your manifesto, we have a look at the entertainment, we have a look at the health sector, and we have a look at the coordination between students and the administration.
Yes.
So let's start with the coordination between students and administration. How you be able to connect students' issues with the administration.
I think that one kind of look a bit difficult somehow. And then, there is this expectation from students, mainly, we don't be able to mention governments, whether they were on in other universities. But here comes Central University, we get unique patterns and unique style on their own. And moreover, it's a private university, so you can't expect less. You understand? And the picture where they don't get at that doesn't matter what thing get for happen, or which you expect someone within they want to come to life. Because maybe one way to the other, they don't get a picture, say maybe it's happening another way. You understand? But we tried, though I think that was one of the greatest challenges so far for students to have the thought that not everything that you want will actually come to your doorstep. I think let me just highlight some few issues.
Yeah.
But first, there are some areas we succeeded, like organizing some programs for them, relaxation programs. You understand? Because they're expecting you being the student union president. We are not expecting the atmosphere to be that boring, and we communicated that with the administration, and access was granted. You understand? So we organized a couple of programs that was at least the environment can look lively. There are some areas that has to do with academics, like this area of percentage of fees. You understand? This area of increment of capitation. It was a bit challenging because for them, the sooner they saw or they happen to come across certain notice, the first step they might want to take is, okay, let's reach out to the CG president. I believe he can settle this for us. That was the time. I just want to give a clear demonstration. I believe some students that are listening might still remember this time. That was the time that was time for high grade per se. So the high grade fees was a bit different from the previous one. I mean, there was an increment. So a whole lot of students got had a lot of challenge concerning that. So they reached out to me, and then I said, okay, I've heard your complaints, but I need to communicate that with them. But mind you, just know that our role is just to communicate and advocate. We can go beyond just that. So of course we write letters across all offices. I have to talk with the registrar, I have to talk with the VP and the PC concerning the issues, but he said it was board. I
So
think
the decision
decision
of
from the board, so we can reverse that. So it was too difficult for students to like receive that with an hope on that maybe the SCG are not doing anything. You understand? How will the administration just pop up certain fees and reach out to you for you to help us so that they can reduce the fees, and you end up doing nothing? You understand? For you to realize that we've tried our best, and it does not that we are not doing something. So that was a bit difficult. You understand? And of course, there are other areas that have to do with increments when it comes to fees. There was time I have to, maybe they didn't know, but there was time I even have to communicate this with them that I'm a student like you also. I paid my fees. You understand? I paid every dime that you guys are paying. You understand? If it's affecting you, it's affecting me also. So don't feel like I'm not doing anything because of maybe I'm exemption. You understand? Like I'm exempted for.
Yeah, because some students might feel say since you're not the president,
Yes,
maybe they will waive fees for you not going for pay.
Yeah, exactly.
And all that stuff.
I think the interview for that people on Monday, right? I tell you, say I get exam Monday and Tuesday because by the time I have challenges my fees. No qualms. I just get for say this is the law. I know it. You understand? Until after we are settling the fees issue, then I get for going the agree. You understand? So the point of man feel say we need to pay. Even I get have to pay because that's I didn't say. So you not get an option. So I pay me I get fee and I do not. But then fees is no more like you don't have to because you save. So that was a bit challenging, but we tried. We tried to communicate a whole lot more, and some were successful, some were unsuccessful, like the one I just mentioned.
So now look at the activities because over the years we did get a unique particular week of the academic year where almost every student they feel lively and participate to that particular week, which I want to let you name and how during your time how they will celebrate that week.
Oh, I think that's a student week.
Yeah,
that's that. I think that is one pattern. I think Central University can be remembered for in years to come because we still remember, before me on tenure, that was the time they introduced the Students Week. First time in Sierra Leone for a university host.
Student Week. That was the time of Henry Bobson.
Yeah. even though I was part of the government by then a bit, I was the deputy minister from communication. So, but that was something spectacular. That was something different. I believe right now we can say that all our universities are following suit, which is not bad. But so it's special actually in Central University during my own tenure. And one thing I believe in government is continuity. You understand? I don't know, but I just believe continuity has a whole lot more with development. So I was too intentional about continuity. So if I say the first student week, it begets weight, but so we can we add a whole lot of value. We get for add the this one we get for do it career day. You understand? We debate no was not included in the last yes in the first one. So we have to make sure we inject a debate, you understand? And we get to make sure say we add the award night one formation say let us be like the last one, you understand? But this one don't make it just unique. So we add the red carpets, code of dress, and we see how the thing we so come out unique. Not for talk about the I believe the Africana. We add Google Dance one because actually nobody in the previous one. So it was like a festival, you understand? It was and one of the things in way I think I happy for because the students and see like say yes, this government actually know within them we do. And we actually give them what they want by them. And the atmosphere was there.
So aside the student week, which other activities will you be demonstrating at campus as 20 president during that time?
Here, I think we first time we introduced graduation night. It was never ever before.
Okay.
Even though people challenge them, they come say, hey, well, maybe it's graduate and go for another for day around and this, but we thought that it necessary because there was a demand from some other students. You understand, which we believe say not be ever happened before. And I just happy because I know listen to within other than they say lad decline and no organizer. So it was very hard and emotional back then because I was the time I even fed up based on but thank God we went through it. And actually, the response was great. Oh, this year nice. This is the first time we get graduation. I know so we all get opportunity for celebrating now and this. But in fact, now this one go celebrating, but in party, some go to and then reception. How for even put on like where you get your reception of it for yourself, get your food ready, share with other people. So we actually happen on that particular night. So I think that was another exciting one. I think we be the plan. Okay, we introduced this one where we call inter-hall football match, which of course itself not be about it.
Not be everybody before
Because yes, after the sports, the anticipation of the day, the argument, we can't force and we can't so we think of it 50, we want to maintain this kind of energy. So what about if we extend this to football? You understand? If at all not you are unable to come first in the inter-hall sports, or there is another chance for you. I mean, let the energy continue, you understand? So we introduced the inter-hall football match, and the anticipation was that it was very, very huge. We sports talent, we sports friendship, we sports leadership among other students, you understand? You see the excitement at the end of the day. We know we win this, but this is another chance for us, you understand? So we see every hall they put them out in order to make sure they come out very big. So I think that was another one. I don't know if I can remember again, of course, the departmental football match where we do on campus instead for commemorate or welcome we chancellor on WEF. We do one specifically to make at least because it don't take a while, we'll not be the same. So we want to make sure say in day one around the student environment to be more exciting, more over we build out in family. So we even make fun of EP King because it was part of the commentary team. I think in last one down.
Jonathan.
Exactly, Jonathan. Jonathan was part of the commentary team. He was giving comment concerning the football match and also there were lots more. There was a time we even wanted to organize Central University Got Talent. Understand? Where we believe not just sports, but that people can sing, that people can dance, you understand? That people can do poetry, that people can. So let's see how we can put all those in one basket and expose them. But we organized it until the day of the event. We have some few challenges, so we have to postpone it. But it was unfortunate that it couldn't come to life. But that was another event that we actually invested that time in.
So now we look at gender equality in your governance because I remember during the time of you manifesto night, you believe more emphasis on gender inclusion, more especially certain institutions, women get that notion say we should sit at the back and watch how the process they go. Understand? But during your own time, you will put more emphasis on gender equality for including women in your governance. So tell how you'll be able to coordinate with that. Most ministers then when a woman then be
I think I will get a total of 12 out of 30. Yes, wow. 12 out of 30, sure. If my memory can serve me right, yes, 12 out of 30. And of course, Female only mate was a
A
female, a
woman.
woman. Yeah. And I was intentional about her, not for just want to talk about her for campaign sake, but I was intentional about her. And I don't know, but because I don't know total history about Central per se when it comes to SUG, I know a bit. But I believe that was based on new information I get to gain, correct someone. That was the first time Vice President, that was a lady, organized a program when it comes to women's celebration. You understand? We organized a whole program that has to do with a seminar. We even invited, she couldn't make it, Mayor, like so
Yeah.
yes. Unfortunately, day for the program, she actually got an invitation to an event on other board. So that was too huge for her. So, but she sent a representative.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was around. The lady was around. Actually, of course, we therefore work out around campus and see things. And so, but we actually organized the mandate just for sending a message because every year when it comes to International Women's Day, it's like a reminder for women that not say no more because she know woman, you just decide for dinner house and cook. Huh? If you want to forget yourself, remember say no, you whole life and the whole journey, whole potential go beyond just that. Yes, we can despite the fact that for control a home is very challenging and huge. We can't just and debunk that one, but I think there's another version also where we can handle things. So we actually organized by the VP and the Ministry of Gender Affairs. You understand? We get female speakers. We get the manager for UTB.
UTB.
Yes, yes, she was here. We get, of course, the Dean of Student Affairs, Madam Zainab was there. Of course, we get the representative from City and Freetown City Council. We come and represent the mayor, even though we put a whole lot of energy for make it there. We visit talk to you understand? And we actually been what say for there, but later I communicated to him, that was clear. But the whole goal of this now that beyond we use that as a campaign, we also demonstrate that. And if you notice, even though we organize the interdepartmental football team, we only do it for the male. You understand? It's I sure they don't take a whole lot, then they make gala for female. You understand? So we introduce female league into the picture. Say no, the man they know they play, we only see them. What about if we include women in this one that at least instead will make sense. So we introduced the female departmental football league and it was totally successful from start to the end. So we see potential. In fact, and they said they would spot out, I think, 3 female students from Central University. So the female community in Hispania, yes,
Okay.
3 of them.
So now we get a female football team at Central University.
Well, by then we have the left.
You be left a female
Yes,
football
yes,
team.
yes. I be, but be actually standing on let make this their balance. We don't get a whole structure of them. I think this. Thank God to Mr. Kia with his support and everything. We don't get support a whole lot more of them. They don't deny a group already. We don't get a coach for them. You understand? Maybe they coach them. So I think we just left for the follow up and see everything will come out of them. But before we don't send around to make sure say we reach out to them, we tell them the message, this is about the league, but also want to see this thing happen. And that message will be go across.
So now we look at the bigger things then, the projects them where you be putting on your manifesto say if them vote for you become president of Central University Student Union Government, these are the things that we want to achieve together with your cabinet. So let me point out the big projects and so far we succeed during your time we you be president in Central.
Okay, I think I'm happy you mentioned the manifesto. I think that's now one of the things in way every politician or every leader for all accountable for. I mean, after you go back and see what you did. And I think like if I can categorize with your campaign with was around threefold and others I can just add one. I mean the campaign say visibility. Understand visibility not for just the students but also university. And for me to the study university. You understand? And for make sure that we sell students will get potential. You understand? Because not just degree, people in the way get more beyond just degree. And on hard facts now that you might study all which you want, but then there's some more you get for succeed at. Something never for do it which you can study. You know me saying that they happen. Yeah, the people in the way they can study and succeed with things can study it. But we hear people every don't at the end of the day, I study this, but this is what I'm doing. You understand? So beyond the visibility of the university, not for we expose people. I'll come to that. Then another thing like what you mentioned welfare, one for say, since our university is peaceful. You understand? We maintain that kind of integrity from the one. You get? No mean say because of my private university. We see about private university where they get some chaos and everything. So that welfare, one for say that has to do with their health, has to do with them mental balance, you understand? That has to do with the atmosphere. So we want to see we maintain our, like we say, connection on both the students and the administration. I think another one we talk about was, of course, inclusion. We already we don't almost talk about. And which one again? We talk about education a bit.
Yeah.
Talk about education, where we thought and fit say, well, failure be plenty by then. There was a whole lot of chaos one time where if you hear around one thing about the time where students can write the highest number of letters because of their issues with results. Understand? That was before I came in. So I think that was another thing we used for campaign. And one word where I can always talk strongly about the campaign. I mean, this is social media, so if I'm wrong, somebody will correct me that. Me know so that kind of that way they talk plenty and do small. But I rather talk small and do plenty. So that was the intention, and then the campaign with, and people saw that genuinity. So one of the things that I mentioned visibility, what we do not for just only
Central
students and so one for say we expose Central University, both students and
So how will you be
yes,
able to
nine,
connect
yes.
from central to other institutions?
Yes,
More
this is how now this is how I come. So if I write again, somebody can correct me. In the term, I think I one of the highest external invitation. Yes, I can highlight them for make you yes. I want up to like 7 external in understanding 7 external invitations. For me, not for just honor the invitations, but for me it was intentional because one of our manifesto, one for CC, we expose this university and we only took capacity we need. Yes, some people don't able Central University, but what next? We need to show them which we get. You understand? So we on up to like 7 externally invitation. 1 and 3, we get 3 competition that we go. We get for the debates. And they tell you so don't know when invitation there was something to play with. We get one where we attend a parliament organized by citizen, everyday citizen. I want to be intentional about that also. We get one we knows that not the general students union government understand for salon be organized. I think, and we get another one we the debate council of itself for Sierra Leone be organized. So the first one we attend on a city hall, on a African City Council, organized by news, and the next one we attend on a parliament. You understand?
Yeah.
We na be everyday citizen. Then the other we attend on a Unimark when I be. So these are the 3 events. Yes, the win matters. You understand? The win matters, but beyond the win, we need to be there because every university on earth struggle with that thing we then call visibility. You know, Kobe College and they celebrate Sunday as I think this year.
Yeah.
And we are not sure we still reflect for 10 years.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
So then self go through the stage here. There are certain things Kobe College can do now. When last you remember say Kobe College do advert? No, they don't need for one because they get them already. The name alone don't sell itself. But for we never for look at that. Say no, look, we should have not to we go this number for we go this and get for do this. No, we want them to see us. We want to tell the world or the nation that we get potential now. Though this university is coming up, but it's still unique and getting on brand. So we are out there and we demonstrate that when it comes to maturity in every aspect, behavior wise, understand, in the intellectual wise, everything was there. And we not to talk about the comportment. You get? So that is self-going because that then apply some way other universities in the coming. You understand? People in the coming. Because our program already draw people attention. Imagine the one at Parliament. It was very huge. You understand? Very, very huge. You get in fact the chairman was this journalist Umaru Fofana was the chairperson for that particular program, and a whole lot of dignitaries were there. So that's one way the able Central University. This is university with the, of course, gonna Unimark again. This is university and go. Another one again where we do we also we intentionally send we students them for we call it Hot Prize. Hot Prize is an entrepreneurship program that is designed for students. We either they don't get a startup or then get idea, you understand? And the main goal at that time, if you end up for win, you represent Salon. You understand?
Okay.
Like as I said, we love the prize, we love everything around this, but we want to showcase. So that we are 12 universities attended. You understand? We didn't won because most of our ideas were to start up. And the people that won actually as well, they build that idea from almost 3 years now. Working idea, not so just idea again. They don't start working on it now. But when we send, now like as students, we just put ideas together. And out of 12, we were able to come fifth. You understand? Just a startup. But the thing is behind that whole thing was not I saw potential. I saw that even though this is Central University, we don't know students get structure like this one. So that message was the intention of why we want to attend that program. Indeed, we hit that mark. You understand? Because we have entrepreneurship cut across people, managers, and they were all around. And they saw something. In fact, they gave a comment concerning our students. They saw the potential. That was and like, it was a beacon, like something that's just unique around that. So for me, that was a goal. And of course, we attended the symposium that has to do with female, and cybercrime and all that, in which that also was another experience. So when it comes to visibility, we were intentional and we play our part. You understand? So if that was a foundation being laid, it talks about the educational aspect. We maintained, because we are not the first to start organizing class for year one and year two students. I can see that is still continuing, but we want to see that we maintain that. And after that year in which we do have the highest number, you can do that follow-up later next. After the year we do have the highest number of letters concerning the results, we notice the following year there was a total drastic reduction. You understand? Concerning that, because we played our parts to make sure we remind students about the academics. We play our parts to reach out to those who are just coming in that are kind of stifled or confused concerning how to study. We play our part in mentorship. We play our part in little way of counseling. So there was a reduction in that, and I think that also was a goal and an area of continuity, as I mentioned. And for make sure so we maintain it to meet, as we just maintain add value. You understand? Of course, you see, I talk about this the students week. We not just can meet and so no more. We add value. We still don't continue now. And you see the sports. Our university go there. Now when I say sports and certificates, come on, no go. Even though we're not there under it, but we don't pass out. So as a government, you say no go. Those start with the medal. That's the international standard. You understand? So we introduced gold and silver medal by then.
Okay.
And see, we had a medical team form the SCG for the first time, and we see the kind of impact when they create and maintain to meet, because there was a scoreboard and one for say exclude them, you understand, but not to just scoreboard for ad, which again we need for ad. That was the old question you can always ask.
So what if be happen with the Mr. or Miss Central?
Well, I think until one don't ask this question, then they also the student union be in charge of Amandi.
Okay.
Yes, now be the administration. We actually before Sefat camp, they actually played say ladies one come to the student union, but now, up to now, if you can do a follow up, you notice say no to the student union, the and the administration and dean of students.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you cannot get everything right. You must get certain things the way na stumble block way they hamper your progress during the time you be president at Central University. What are the challenges and the times that we the difficult times we not able to achieve some of the things there?
Yeah, and we get price of them, but let me just mention the key one then. I think one, therefore they be fund. Imagine say in Central University compared to the number and the money we they pay. And if you check the money roughly, I think when you check it, I'm not sure say past 100,000 millions I talk about. And then so you get a whole lot. Sometimes for the sports you spend close to 40 to 30,000. Just one event. I mean, that's something where yourself can able to follow up on. I mean the requisition of it. That's the way you manage you get. And you get what I imagine every tip you take out. You don't say you spend no less than 5,000. You understand? And they get for this intense transport and other things. So there was a time we get a whole lot of activities for plan, but we not get resources. I think another thing for me is normal. Every university really come up with a plan, that area of visibility where you seek out help from others, more into the business world. Because a lot of the time we write out to reviews or 2 or 3 business places for then they come and sponsor certain program like the sports, so because they carry huge amounts of the resources. But say then gets a mindset on doing something. One for watch out the location, one for watch out the number, one for watch out this. So not to like then decline it totally, but the process will kind of be too long compared to the time we get for the program. You understand? And if you don't write for this program, it pass, you want to get another one. No, it doesn't work like that. So the same way they want to do all the things and by the time the sports we already don't then lapse. So I think we struggle with visibility because there are certain people who will reach out for camp for public lectures. You understand? But like I said, my intention at that time, not all side be celebrated. So but lay the platform, let them know say, okay, university like this thing. If you try not succeed, don't mean say the next man will succeed. But start to do something. Because if I come meet you say, hey bro, Mr. Mohammed really don't say send me to you say make you do this. If you not do one time, if another person can meet you, Mr. Mohammed, hey, you say, this now, I make the effort now. Yeah. Because most of them will still come, you understand? But at least you be the first person. So reach out to names. I tell you, we reach out to names, reach out to CDI, Tunis. Of course, we thank God now for Jagaban because we make a tool. That was a success story. But we reach out to other people where the documents we get a whole lot of them. Some they already projected time, but the time when they project can meet another. But for me, I thought it was issue. Well, I not really judge from their own perspective, but I sure say it was issue of visibility because we define and say other university define them very simple for us then. You understand? And other university define them very simple for but since we're in a government, we won't stop. But for me, that was another huge challenge we face because I still remember we even start we in Ministry of Health. Thank God, and we really want to thank the foreign minister and this this lady, as it is Destiny.
Okay, your own government.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that was the time we reach out to them, say we discuss with some few things that has to do with health. You understand? So if they will make a way for them, we will get free malaria, not total medical, you understand? Those is first how we will start. And the lady try and best we visited the office like times with that number. But one way to the other, can't travel, can't get this. But even that, but I think say if now the end of our bigger universities, you understand, they don't treat them. Well, they're not giving and they're not selecting, they're not giving green light. But the process will kind of look slow. So I believe for the disability cause that same day. And another area of challenge is also like what I say, the communication with students and administration. Man. And they very tough because you meet up students that is going to. But in another point, and then they expect from you.
Yeah, because students most time they take and say whenever they get issues with the administration, so you as the president of the union,
advocate for them.
Without knowing that we get standard rules with the university they look at when somebody not over against them.
My brother, that was I don't know if this current government will go through one, but me face that a lot. So that was the time there was an increment of fees and then the whole thing starts for us. I just get a call one day. Preso, no, this, no, they talk, this and this now, look, they don't increase the fees. I was like, maybe makes it not be no. I said, okay, let me check first. Okay, they are not, but what it? But check first. That confirm this there. So I have to confirm many was true. And I communicate with the administration. But students feel safe. Like everything that happen will be part of the process. Yeah, exactly. So now so they feel like before administration they take this step, we did it.
We are informed.
Yes, and actually not do what you are supposed to. Feel for your license. This is a private institution. Administration and they take something where the later just inform you and say this is the issue and of course fees not the one. So I'll be shocked, but thank God we will communicate say, hey, we don't try our best to, but this has to do with board. It has to do with board people and the way they sponsor this and then they do this one. And we don't do even starting administrative they need to change them, you understand me? So but you understand the system, you know say that's the they happen, but who don't understand the system, it's very, very difficult, you understand? And go to when it comes to capitation, of course they increase them to 100%. They feel say, okay, now we back, okay, straight down and they back, you understand? Failing to realize that no. That's what we orchestrate.
Because then they get from doing this
yes, they can say
so if there is an increment, so then we'll say
yes, and I mean advocates for that actually. Which of course myself just see the list up say student union fees or capitation don't go to 100 millions. I can tell and say, man, any capitation I pay, I can produce every receipt you want. I don't sit normal exam, I sit high grade, I pay for high grade. If you want, I can show you the receipt, but just say myself they go through this, you understand? But turn on another table, I'm not going to blame them that much. You understand? Because that was their expectation. So, but it'd be too difficult, to be honest. It'd be too difficult for the students in realize we actually retry. And I think another one again, one will take out. I think that kind of balanced mindset, you as a leader, is very challenging. Sometimes you get sleepless nights where you get in the can. Sometimes you get tough time with the team where you work with. Mind you, the one that you need pay them. You understand? You can't send them anyhow. And these are people back when they get your own challenges and everything. So sometimes you have to call certain people for certain tasks. Please, I want you to do this. I want you to do this. You understand? At a specific time or at a particular time. But yes, they couldn't deliver. Sometimes you have to go an extra mile. Sometimes you, as a president, have to fill in certain offices or replace certain people to do certain things. You understand? That kind of mindset, that kind of balanced mindset. And at the same time, you do have an academy.
So, President, we look at the capitation fee which students they pay and the account because we have to understand say there is account for student union government which students they pay each year. So, within that purpose, which students they pay that money, how they will use them? If they use that money for pay yourself as president, or pay you vice president, or pay you ministers, them, all your appointees, them. So how will they utilize the money then?
Yeah, I think this are one of the questions that we are happy for because it's very, very important. And because a question that we receive every day. I mean, if you want for one for SG, you know, the president, or even we come out of the presidency, you know, question is like kind of way they ask, when they ask you. But the key reason for the capitation are for one student affairs, and like exception of paying the staff like me pay, we need to pay no if they need to pay from the president to the ministers. You understand? But that money is be used for one the activities of the program. I think I mentioned when we organize a sport, you spend no less than 30,000. And like we not spend at all. You understand? To organize the whole sport. And then all that particular fund is not coming from the administration. It's coming from the student union COFA. You understand? I talked about how we organize inter-hall football match. You understand? And of course, there was star prize, there was prize for best player, man of the match, and all that. All that involves cash and it's coming from. Of course, not even talk about the trips. You understand? Attending different of course invitations, you understand? That also involves cash because the transportation, you have to give tokens to those who are going to be part of the program and all, you know, being around. So it's the capitation fund is no lesser than spending it for student activities. No lesser than that, spending for student activities. There are certain times, well, it's too difficult. Yes, I can't deny the fact being mentioned about certain times administration will assist a bit if they notice that this one is kind of look huge. But I think we have reached to the agreement where they have just, you understand, give it out to just the student union now. But even a cable one for ourselves now, and I get money from myself. You understand?
So you want law we agree say the capitation fee where students they pay in their accounts, and they purposely for the activities where students they pay in campus,
purely
like football competition,
inter-house
sports,
do some
debates,
infrastructure,
and all that
debates,
stuff.
yes.
So that means you're not there for pay ministers,
No,
for
no,
pay
no,
you
no.
as a president or vice
Exception
president.
of that. Exception of that.
Because these are the questions then we most students they fail. Say we become student union president or we become member of the cabinet, they pay you because when they take and say the money where they pay in a bank for students union government, and the money where they use for payment ourselves.
No.
So now we don't get them clear.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, let me just clear this. You can't withdraw money from the capitation without the approval of the administration.
Okay, so you alone as a president, you're not able to pull money in a bank.
When it comes to central university, I don't know about all that. I'm just talking based on what I know.
Yeah, central university.
During my tenure, I don't know after my tenure that will change, but so we can run it on our own, just by our own. You understand? So you have to write proposal. Sometimes, yeah, you start with proposal. You have to write what we call requisition, the fund, and then it has to go through certain scrutiny. You understand? So at the end of the day, administration is going to say, we agree this one is worth spending. You understand? So you can go ahead and, but beside that, no. So this is not just me and my cabinet. So we can, if it was just me and my cabinet, it was like, okay, and we just package and then sell it to the one for you. But now administration is involved. You understand? That's certain times you write project, they will not approve it. That's certain times you write requisition, they will not approve it. So no, the money is not enough for this project. Or no, I think we can spend this one in better projects than this one. So then that's it.
So now waiting at the projects where we don't start, will accomplish because of the tenure.
Yeah, so, I think the one that I missed most. So we are key. And this one has to do with this free medical for malaria because we invested our time in it, especially the foreign minister of foreign affairs, and we went as making agreement to certain hospitals. Understand? But we are waiting for the confirmation of the Ministry of Health. Understand? But that was as the deadline of my tenure. And also we for entertainment this Central University Got Talent. Students anticipated for it because we've already gathered up to like 10 to 15 students that have already registered for it by then. You understand? Different activities. And we are so excited to be part of that competition. And also I think we wrote a project concerning the agriculture to this Nairo because we are stored with water, as you can notice during the dry seasons. And there is a standstill when it comes to their activities during the dry seasons. Understand? So we thought it fits. Okay, well, I want to reach out to Nairo so that it can help us at least get a massive or one water well that they can use during dry season. Of course, rainy season is kind of look better. So, but it was all of that was unfortunate. Yeah, I will not say it was unfortunate, but it was a landmark. Yes, 35,000 loans. I mean, 35 new currency, and I think we try our best for utilize that one day. But we have already left. That was, I think, the record we are getting from ending of February, ending of March. We actually hand over the office because I hand over the office before we do the handing over. So before we hand over the office, we left about 93,000 loans. Understand? Because one thing we care about, we know how to be selfish. There are certain things we can do. We know we get the credit, but leadership is about sacrifice. You understand? So you want to make sure so the next post really can making over certain, to certain struggle we go through. You understand? So, but the record is there. Not something that's very hard. You're not journalist, you get paid for find out information. We meet about 30,000, 35,000, sorry, 35,000. We left about 93,000. When we are leaving.
This is huge. So all this they come up from the activities they want to do, right? Or the students' capitation.
Yes, student capitation. Yes, student capitation.
So how about the other activities you want to do? Maybe they raise funds, like they generate funds. Then, for example, you say inter-house sports, female football team, male football team, all of the activities, they generate money or just free?
From the activities will be organized.
Yes.
I think I don't remember say we do any fundraising. Okay, pass the event then we will do.
Like
we,
after
sports.
sports.
And then the way I believe we do one purposely for compensate some ministers for the activities, and sometimes we need to get paid. But let me say some need when they invest some money to students' activities. But I think that day we said we different for encourage the minister.
Yeah.
Some money no do, but we organize this one.
Yes. I want to ask you how you able money motivates.
Yeah, this is one part of the thing them we actually reach out to some administrative people, especially dean of student affairs, that it's too difficult for me to operate with people I can even motivate. So we go try our best for making sure we create ways for organized programs. So I think after the program, tell them, Sam, there's a better knowledge, but this effort you don't put yourself on this more like the sports gets more energy where you put. So somebody don't dey buy it, one get for make food, one get for make sure say we feel they well, they get for buy other things they open doors after the end of the day. You must spend if not token. Man, after the event, we organize after sports jam, after sports event, but the effort you don't make you yourself all this. You have to reach out to certain people. So I think that will be really useful motivate them. But we know most of them they are free. Most of the events that we organize they are free.
As an experienced leader, which you mentioned certain things and way make you succeed as a president of Central University. So what in your relationship with you contender during that time when Kelly? So how you able to work with him after we he don't lose the election as a result of you being the president? So how will you be work with him in your governance?
The interesting part of it, Kelly is like a brother. Take it or leave it. We came from the same district, Kono, so we speak the same language, and by then we were attending the same fellowship and in the same church. And well, it's competition or it's election. Somehow there must be this for the sake of competition, for the sake of election. You understand? But I think after then we talked. I said, I know you do have potential, and I saw what you've been doing, and I saw your plans. I actually want you to be part of this movement. I think, to be honest, I'm saying this for the first time. I was not expecting him to accept. I was having this feeling where you just reject based on pride, based on this. And
somebody who has
contested and
for presidency,
yes,
wants to become a president. Then you won at the end, he called you and said, let's work together. Yeah, some people they will not accept.
Yeah, but I think there was a time I communicated that with him. I said, guy, this kind of answer you get, if you maintain no more, you go far. You understand? Because I don't know if waiting for do if I'll be in a young position. I don't know what I should have done by then. You understand? And I was not expecting him to come through. But he accepted the offer, and he did not only accept the offer for acceptance sake. He played his part. He was the Minister of Education. You saw the debate. You saw all the debate that we went outside. They were part of the team that was organizing all. You understand? He was giving himself to, not because he was getting paid for it and all that. So the relationship was there, and we are still talking. You understand? We still talk now in normal cases. If I'm sick or having challenges, we come through, and I will also do the same for him. So, and not just him, but I think even the team he was actually working with. You understand? He was the team he was actually working with, and we normally have a whole lot of relationship that is going on, and I try to maintain that. So, that's all. So let me don't leave this out. I think one thing I thank God for in my old tenure was totally peaceful, totally peaceful. I still remember, not just internally, even externally, we do have the highest number of invitations for my own tenure. I don't think any other government have ever accepted the invitation like the way I did. So the movement of students from one place to another among other students entails a lot. The last debate we attended, the interesting part of it, we were supposed, it was five review universities, five or four, okay, but we came second. First day was 2 days event.
Oh.
So the first day and the second day, they're going to combine both of the results to give a final result. So the first day, we came second among Fobe College, Tinagai, and Jala. So we came second. And there were, because of that, there were disgruntled students from other universities. And the interesting part of it, we were able to maintain the integrity. Mind you, this other, I can't mention names, right? But there were fracas or disgruntled students among other universities who are way more matured, I would just put it that way, for communication's sake, and doing some mischievous acts. You understand? Of course, that cuts to the press, and if you can do a follow-up. And the interesting part of it, we were many number by then at that particular event. So if at some note students might want to go at a rampage, we have the number, we have the advantage by then. But nevertheless, we're still able to maintain it. You understand? Everything was peaceful. You never heard about us. You understand? So with all the activities we attended, both in and out, there was never a time we have a whole lot of fracas that we cannot control. Or neither reach to the press, reach to the police. You understand? The relationship was there. And then because we maintained that state. So I really want to thank God for that. Yeah.
How will you foresee your career in politics after Central University? Because most politicians, they only say right now, they don't get certain political roles, so they be doing the university days.
Yeah.
So what's your vision after Central University in politics?
Yes, exactly. So I think I don't get this question a lot, but I really need to say this. And I know, excuse me for this, or I don't know if I will take an excuse for it, but I'm a spiritual person. I'm a Christian, and I'm not just a Christian. I'm a truly believer. I believe in the leading of what God wants me to do. And actually vouch for the SCG president because that was a speech that I need to feel. I have to pray through it, and I never saw anything like red flag. So I have to come through. So after my tenure, I was asking God, what's next? Understand? So, but one thing I still believe, if God wants me to fill in a regard, I know the sign to be there. In leadership, this is what I believe, this is my principle. I don't want to put myself out there. I just want to do something and somebody say you can do this. You understand? What am I saying? Leadership is not about the position, it's about the responsibility. You understand? I just want to do something that is more valuable that has to do with life. This is my goal. I think that has been helping me most times, and I find out that I end up being in leadership positions. But the whole goal was not because I want to be in front. The whole goal because I want to help. So that is what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for the next opportunity in which I can be able to help more people achieve themselves, build teams together, build more projects together. I mean, that's the goal. But I can't say that I totally have a future in politics for now. But the only thing I can tell you, I'm willing and ready to work with him as long as he has to with development.
So now if you are called upon to serve in any capacity in this current government or next government, will you serve?
Well, I'm sure based on maturity, you can't be an SCG president and still after you retire and work again in.
No, what I mean, not for.
Oh, okay, not okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about national.
National. Okay, sure. As long as I have to take my time and look behind the whole picture. Is it that I'm going to be in that position to help more people? You understand? Because that is the first thing I want to look at. That is the one thing I want to at least scale on the table. What is my part? It's not about not to the name no more. You understand? But I will help people and that is another watch out for.
That will impact people.
Yes, exactly.